Peace to everyone. I don't think I've done a video or at least uploaded one of my my spoons. So I made a bunch of wooden spoons in recent months. I decided to take a little more wood carving up as a hobby, and I've been carving dirk handles and stuff like that for a while. But I decided to kind of break into spoon making and also some Mvskoke spoon making, right? So these guys right here, the Mvskoke, these would be hakka, right? Spoon. This little guy right here, hakuji, right? These, hakatlako, right? Big spoon. And these, which fall in the same category as, just haka, you have do haka. Like all of them fall in that category. Do haka means wooden spoon, right? So these are the kind of ladle shaped ones. These ones are actually stylistically based off of some Mvskoke examples that exist on the website of the National Museum of the American Indian, except this isn't tilted quite as far. That's just kind of my own little thing. But the pointed nature of these, that's definitely something which I've seen on these historical pieces. I don't know if this is common among colonial spoons as well. I haven't researched that at this time, or up to this point. But I will say that for sure, based upon these examples that have been acquired by the National Museum of the American Indian, there are this stylistically is, like this is what we wore. And pardon the buzzing sound. I have one fly in the house, one fly, and he's pissing me off. Okay. So anyway, I can kind of clean the inside a little bit more by taking a rough stone and just kind of like, sanding it with that. There's other knives I've since purchased that are good for, different hook knives. That might make a smoother imprint, but I'm not going to do. Sorry, I'm not going to modify this any further with a spoon knife, because I tried fixing one of my original pieces with that other knife, and it ended up like carving the entire edge off this thing, and I was like, damn it. It was just too. It covered too much of a radius or circumference, or sorry, fly pissed me off. Now, one thing I should do this one is to drill a hole up here. That way I can hang it on a nail, basically. So something I plan on doing eventually. I'll probably do the same with this guy, or a nail or a hook or whatever, right? I actually plan on keeping these to use at some point, whether here at home or on a camping trip. That's the thing. So I think this one is maple. It could honestly, it could be maple or poplar, given its appearance. It's a bit more yellowy after I added linseed oil. This one here is a little bit browner looking, but I know this is maple. This one came from a piece of maple for sure, as did this one right here. I like this one. I like the knocks I put on these. This one and the the hakatlako, of walnut. I need to do some more sanding on this guy, make it look a little bit cleaner. They all need to get resanded and re-oiled. Not because I've been using them, but because they've had enough time to sit and cure from the previous oil. But resanding it would be a good idea, and of course re-oiling it. I want these to look nice before I start using them. Of course, I can use them as they are. They're already cured enough. I particularly like this one. I like the walnut. There's something about the wood that just it carves more smoothly, and it just looks really nice. It does have a knot in the back of the handle, but that's all right. This one here is more like a coffee spoon. I was trying Rise coffee for about a month and a half on a 2-month supply. I started having heart palpitations and I stopped. I thought they asked me, why are you canceling? I'm like, oh, well, that's because I'm having heart palpitations after 6 weeks. They're like, oh, well, maybe you should take a half a dose instead. And that way there might be too much caffeine. I was thinking like, yeah, I don't think so. Thanks anyway. The heart palpitations have gone away for the most part. If they come back and if it gets worse, I mean, that's, it shouldn't. I should be okay now. But yeah. Anyway, that's what I was thinking when I did this. I'm not a coffee drinker. I literally was going to be using this Hakoji for mushroom coffee specifically, but I don't believe in that stuff anymore. I think it's all gimmick, and I'm not going to give into that anymore. So I got to find other ways to lose weight and get energy and things like that. So got this guy here for, scooping food. This is also a little more of a dark grainy piece of maple, because maple it can be very white, straight grain. It could be, curly maple, like what you see on this tomahawk I was kind of reviewing the other day. I've got a couple of those, actually, some figured maple spoons that are still in progress. Yeah, I've got a little spatula here. It needs a little more work. It's I didn't have as good of tools at the time. There's file marks on this thing, but it does have a bit of a knock on it too. I like the knock. Excuse me. This is cedar. That one needs to get cleaned out some more. But here's the thing. For the time being, it's good enough to eat out of, and it's not abrasive to me. Now, again, I'll probably take a round stone that's not smooth, right? And I will just, rub the inside of these guys. I've done some red oak as well, just because I had some. I don't like to waste material. So got a couple spurtles. Well, actually, this is a spurtle. It's a Scottish, stirring device, and that's supposed to be, it's not complete. That's supposed to be a thistle. And my son wanted me to make him a, Harry Potter type of wand, but then he wanted me to add that stuff to it. So these are both unfinished, but in progress. Anyway, those are my spoons. So again, you got Hakoji, pronounce it right, Dohaka, and Hakatako. All right. Hope that helps. Hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you take up spoon carving, because it is a lot of fun. I haven't done it in probably about a month or so. I have other projects in mind, one of which is one of my gorgets, or gorgets, I'm going to be making, that Michael's going to help me make. So I try to do as much of the stuff with my boy to kind of encourage him to be an artist. And I have so many projects I got to finish. So I can't make any more spoons until I get other stuff addressed or dispersed. So yeah, I'm not taking orders for any of these, nothing like that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing it for fun. If I decide to unload some and anybody wants them, we'll see. I might give some away as gifts, but I definitely plan on using this stuff. I don't ever want to buy a wooden spoon again for any reason. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to go for watching, and till next time, Adam Chichatlis.